Well, the party's over, for now at least. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday morning, July 30th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we begin, today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital. For smart investment solutions and high-quality funds, head over to amf-capital.de. If you enjoy the podcast, please rate it wherever you're listening, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right, let's get to it. So, after 6 straight days of climbing, stocks took a bit of a breather on Tuesday. The Standard & Poor's 500 slipped about 0.3%, the Nasdaq was down around 0.4%, and the Dow dropped roughly 200 points. Investors were kind of holding their breath ahead of the big Federal Reserve decision coming up. The Fed kicked off its 2-day meeting yesterday, and while most folks expect them to hold interest rates steady, everyone's listening closely for hints. Will they start cutting later this year? That's the big question. Meanwhile, we got some fresh economic data. The latest JOLTS report showed fewer job openings and hirings in June. That's raising eyebrows ahead of Friday's big monthly payrolls report. On the flip side, consumer confidence actually ticked up in July, but more people are now worried about finding jobs, so kind of a mixed bag. And then there's trade drama. President Trump set a deadline for this Friday for trading partners to either strike deals or face broad tariffs. His Treasury Secretary told reporters in Stockholm that Trump will make the final call on whether to extend the current tariff truce with China. There's talk of maybe adding another 90 days to the pause, but apparently the issues left to settle are pretty minor. Earnings? Definitely a mixed plate. Boeing beat expectations, but Spotify, Merck, and United Health didn't impress. That dragged overall sentiment down a bit. Now, after the bell, we got some big numbers. Booking Holdings brought in $6.8 billion in Q2 revenue, up 16% year over year. Starbucks reported $9.5 billion. That's a 4% increase. Mondelez grew sales nearly 8% to just under $9 billion. And Visa crushed it, $10.2 billion in quarterly revenue, up 14%. So yeah, even with the red close, it's a big week and we're only halfway through. That's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. I'll be back tomorrow morning with a brand new episode. Don't forget to subscribe, rate the podcast, and share it with your network. Thanks for tuning in.